Good morning, students. Your mind is your superpower. Let's put it to use. Today is Friday, 5th September. We are continuing our chapter 3, that is chemical bonding, and today our main topic is ionic bond. For reference, we are studying this lesson through page 34 till 35 from our textbook. So, dear students, have you ever wondered why salt is so strong and does not break easily? Today, we will explore the secret behind it. Atoms don't like to stay incomplete. They like to get stability. Okay? They give and take electrons to become stable. This sharing creates a powerful link called the ionic bond. Different atoms give and take electrons to become stable and make a bond between them. This bond is called ionic bond. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. So what is an ionic bond? What is an ionic bond? We already have been discussed in the previous lesson about chemical bond. What is the chemical bond? Chemical bond is the force of attraction between two atoms when they give and take electrons from each other. Okay, so our first type of chemical bond is ionic bond. Today we will explore about the ionic bond. Okay, so what is an ionic bond? An ionic bond is a chemical bond formed when an atom loses electrons and another atom gains those electrons. Okay, an ionic bond is a chemical bond formed when an atom loses electrons and another atom gains those electrons. In this way, both atoms achieve the stable electronic configuration of the nearest noble gas. What is electronic configuration? Electronic configuration is the arrangement of electrons in shells and subshells around the nucleus. So what is an ionic bond, dear students? An ionic bond is the chemical bond formed when one atom loses electrons and another atom gains those electrons. In this way, both atoms achieve the stability and become stable. The bond is the result of the strong electrostatic attraction. The ionic bond is the result of strong electrostatic attraction between positively and negatively charged ions. The ionic bond is the result of the strong electrostatic attraction between the positively and negatively charged ions. We know about ions. Okay? Any atom that carry positive or negative charge on it, they are termed to be as, they are referred to be as ion. If it contain the positive charge on it, it called as cation. If it contain negative charge on it, it called anion. Okay, let's understand ionic bond with the help of sodium chloride example. Okay, sodium chloride, that is represented by the chemical formula NaCl. It is made up of two atoms, Na and Cl. Na is the sodium and Cl is chlorine. Sodium Na has one electron in the outermost shell, that also referred as valence shell, while on the other side chlorine Cl has 7 electrons in the outermost shell. Okay, sodium loses one electron and becomes sodium ion, that is Na positive. Actually it is cation. And similarly, chlorine gains one electron and becomes a chloride ion, and that is anion because it contains the negative charge on it. The oppositely charged ions attract each other to form sodium chloride, and that is written as NaCl, which is common table salt. It is nature's law that the positive and negative are attract with each other. Okay, similarly, the oppositely charged, the positive sodium ion and negative chloride ion, they are oppositely charged, they attract each other to form sodium chloride, which is common table salt. Okay, I hope you get it well, you understand it well. We have more examples of ionic compounds like sodium reacts with fluorine to form sodium fluoride, that is written as NaF. The next one, sodium reacts with bromine to form sodium bromide, that is written as NaBr. The next one is calcium, highly reactive element. Calcium reacts with chlorine to form calcium chloride, that is also used in medicinal purposes. And lastly, magnesium, that is highly reactive and explosive metal actually. Magnesium reacts with fluorine to form magnesium fluoride. So all these ionic compounds are formed by the combination of different type of elements, different type of atoms. These elements and these atoms are combined with each other through a bonding, and this bonding is ionic bonding. This bonding is ionic bonding. Okay, so my amazing students, it's time to discuss some important points, that only the outermost electrons, only the valence electrons are those electrons that are present in the outermost shell of any atom. Okay, only the valence electrons take part in the ionic bonding. Other electrons do not take part in ionic bonding. Okay, the ions produced arranged themselves in a crystal lattice. Crystal lattice is the arrangement of ions. It's a 3D repeating structure. Crystal lattice is the 3D repeating structure that makes the ionic bonds, ionic compounds more stable, more strong, and more balanced. Okay, so this arrangement, which arrangement? 3D repeating structure, that is referred as crystal lattice structure. This arrangement makes ionic compounds more strong, more stable, more balanced, right? It's time to uncover some properties of ionic compounds. What are some features that are common in ionic compounds? What are some attributes of ionic compounds? First one, they are usually solids at room temperature. What is room temperature? 37 Celsius. Okay. Ionic compounds are usually solids at room temperature. Secondly, they have high melting and boiling points. Ionic compounds have high melting and boiling points. Lastly, ionic compounds conduct electricity when they dissolve in water or in molten form. They are the good conductor of electricity when they dissolve in water or they are present in molten form. Okay. So students, we have some exercise questions that are mentioned in our textbook. The first one is, what types of elements form ionic bonds? What type of elements form ionic bond? Because we have 118 elements present in a periodic table. So the question is that what types of elements form ionic bonds? The answer is ionic bonds are usually formed between metals and non-metals. Remember, ionic bonds are usually formed between metals and non-metals. Metals lose electrons to become positive ions, while non-metals gains those electrons to become negative ions. It's pretty simple. What types of elements form ionic bond? Metals and non-metals. Metals lose electrons to become positive ions, while non-metals gain those electrons to become negative ions. We have another question. What are the conditions for ionic bond to be formed? What are mandatory conditions for an ionic bond to be formed? So, there are some conditions for the formation, for the synthesis of ionic bond. The first one is, one atom must be able to lose electrons easily. Usually they are metal. The first condition of the formation of ionic bond is, one atom must be able to lose its electrons easily. They are usually metal. The second condition, another atom must be able to gain these electrons easily. They are usually non-metal. The first condition is, one atom must be able to lose electrons. The second condition is, another atom must be able to gain electrons easily. The third condition for the formation of ionic bond, the ions that are produced in this reaction, in this bond formation, must have stable duplet or octet configuration. The resulting ions must have a stable duplet or octet configuration. What is duplet configuration? What is octet configuration? If any atom, if any compound, if any element take two electrons in their outermost shell, it is duplet. If any atom contains 8 electrons in their outermost shell, it is octet rule. These two rules are the symbol of stability. The last condition that is required for the formation of ionic bond, that is, there must be a strong electrostatic attraction. There must be a strong electrostatic attraction between the positive and negative ions. There must be a strong electrostatic attraction between the positive and negative ions. These are some of the conditions that are necessary for the bond formation, for the ionic bond formation. Okay, so thank you for learning with full energy today. Always remember, ionic bonds are like strong friendships. One atom gives, the other takes, and together they become stable and unbreakable, just like salt crystals. Stay safe, stay happy. Meet you in the next video lesson. Allah Hafiz.